This might look like a very unexciting corner of Southeast Asia, but there's a lot more to it than just scrub and marsh. Its secret lies here, for these are no ordinary rocks. When the stones have been eroded and broken down to form topsoil, they create an extremely interesting type of mud. They might resemble clods of earth, but these rather dull-looking flakes are in fact gold. And the discovery of the deposits in this valley in eastern Thailand has sparked off a full-scale gold rush. More than 2,000 treasure hunters have descended on the region. Most are itinerant farmers, prepared to swap one kind of hard labor for another, in the desperate hope of escaping the poverty and uncertainties of their existence. At this time of year, they would normally be unemployed, so the chance of making their fortune is irresistible. Over the past few months, the prospecting operation has become well organized. After bagging the topsoil, it's taken to a flooded paddy field, where the laborious process of retrieving the gold begins. The initial washing of the earth appears a little haphazard, but results prove it is effective. The silt is then painstakingly panned by hand, and with the possibility of every dishful containing gold rather than just mud, the prospectors have quickly become very skillful. Some seem oblivious to any discomfort, but then cultivating rice is a damp and arduous business too, and this job could bring much greater rewards. This particular gold rush may lack the razzmatazz of the Klondike, but just as in America, people have become rich in the time it takes to swill around a pan full of mud. And the object of all this effort ends up here. At long last, the metal begins to look unmistakably like gold. No one knows how many miners have struck lucky, because with stakes this high, the fortunate protect their newfound wealth by keeping quiet. But what is known is that the assayers and dealers are kept busy, paying hundreds of dollars to the stream of prospectors visiting their offices. And geological surveys show that there's still plenty more gold to be dug from them there paddy fields, so the bonanza is by no means over yet. Thailand's mining boom is not confined to gold. In another eastern province near the Kampuchean border, farmers began to uncover unusual kinds of stones while tilling their fields. Overnight, their land became worth a fortune, and the small farming community was transformed. And the reason for all the excitement is these, not tiny particles of glass, but rubies. The technique of collecting the gems is similar to that used by the gold miners. The soil is appropriately red in this region, and once it's well mixed with water, the red jewels can be flushed out from the other sediment. Unlike the nearby freelance gold prospectors, the workers here are mainly employed by estate owners. Despite reliance upon wages rather than windfalls, there's still great delight in sifting out a handful of gems. And for the newly formed mining companies, there's even more delight. This one-time farmer is now a millionaire. Thailand has long been one of the major jewel markets in the world. The recent increase in ruby production has bolstered trade, and dealers come here from all parts of Europe, Asia, and the United States to buy the relatively cheap stones. Naturally, ruby red is a very popular color with buyers and sellers alike. The Thais have a well-established reputation as cutters and polishers too. The way a stone is handled at this stage is vital to its eventual value. These craftsmen are expert, sell their skills inexpensively, and are among the few gem cutters still to carry out their work by hand. This allows them to cope with smaller stones than cutters using machines, and means they make fewer, potentially costly mistakes. Once processed, the jewels become worth much, much more. The bracelets and necklaces are set in gold, making them even more desirable to the prospective purchasers. The pieces sell for vast sums. This delicate necklace cost $30,000, while this collection of a sapphire and rubies is valued at over $250,000. Experts are on hand to distinguish real from fake stones. The genuine ruby is on the right. True gems have deeper color, and, if in doubt, the specialist's eye can be backed up by a machine. Bor Rai town is the center of the ruby industry and holds an annual festival to celebrate its success. Of course, the star attraction of the parade is the gem itself, larger than life, but accurately representing the importance of the stone. One of the purposes of the event is to encourage visitors to the area. And tourists in Bor Rai can do more than just sightsee. For a few dollars, they can experience all the thrills and possible rewards of mining. Some choose to do it themselves, while others hire panners and keep their hands clean. The possibility of unearthing a ruby or two certainly adds to the excitement of a holiday and could mean a perfect souvenir to take home. Everyone can and does get caught up in ruby fever. Even policemen like a treasure hunt. But for the real prospectors, the stakes are higher. Good fortune could lead to a truly golden future.